Hey guys, how are you today? This is Chef Rukan, Chef Rukan series on Asian cuisine. Today we're going to be making California Maki rolls. Okay, pretty easy, seems difficult, but I'll be able to show you step by step. The preparation goes, you have to make the rice. Now, obviously, originally, you have to use Japanese short grain rice, but we don't have that. All we have is basically jasmine rice. So I've used jasmine rice, and the formula is to add a little sugar and a little vinegar. But to weigh the portions, it's kind of difficult, and it sort of has to be kind of an exact way. I look at it like just use your common sense in the sense of how much rice do you use, which I have a lot of rice here that's been cooked already. I have this already made vinegar sugar mixture powder. It's called Tamanoi, Tamanoi, Sushinoko, Sushinoko. It looks like this. And all this is the powder already made. So you can sprinkle it on your rice as much as you want. So if you want a much more aromatic vinegar sweet taste, you can add a lot. If you don't, you could add a little. It's really up to you in terms of how much. Chef Wu doesn't really require exact specifications, but you know, it's to your palate, to what you like, okay? So what we have here is the seaweed paper, and I use this type. And I have the sushi maker. So basically, what we're going to do here is we're going to include some shrimp that's been parboiled. We have the Imitation crab sticks. We have sliced cucumber, and we have a pickled radish. Other than that, you have yellow, you have a red, you have a green, and you have an orange. So when you add that to your sushi, when you cut it, you're going to see that beautiful color. All right? So what we're going to do here is do the basic California Maki roll. So we're going to take some rice, and we should wash our hands. Wet our hands. Grab the rice. Put it down on the paper. Try to spread it out as best you can. You don't have to cover every inch. Okay. So, one of the secrets of making this is try to imagine you're stuffing a whole bunch of stuff on this, and you want to roll it up as tight as you can. And the tighter it is, the better it will come out. You're not going to have any pieces falling out. It's not going to be loose. It's going to actually be a nice firm roll. So remember that when you roll it. So we'll take some cucumber. We'll take some pickled radish. We'll take a crab stick. And we'll take a couple of pieces of shrimp. Whether you break it up or not doesn't matter because it's all going to be in one component, right? So, you have it. Now, we'll lift up the grid. We'll press the filling against it, and then we'll slowly press it down as we roll it. Okay? Then we'll take the bamboo screen, keep on rolling it, put a little pressure on it, continue to roll it, and you want it as compact as you can. So some of the rice fell off, squeezed out. That's not exactly a bad thing. And then we'll try to squeeze it all together. So you got some bits of rice here. But here it is, right? So now, take it off. And we have to use a sharp knife. Very sharp knife. Very important. Hold it. Now, thank God there's not some pieces coming out of here. But lean the knife against your knuckle in a bare claw. Go way down. One stroke. This end piece, keep it to the side. So lay it on the side. I'll show you again. Get the bamboo mat. Get a piece of seaweed. Get some rice. Now let's add the ingredients. Cucumber. It's on the about halfway. Okay. We'll add the daikon, the pickled radish. Then we'll add crab stick, imitation crab stick. Then we'll add some shrimp. I'm not cheap on the ingredients, right? So, I like to add a little bit more. Right? So here we go. So we basically lift up the bamboo, tuck in your ingredients, press on the top of the filling, press it hard, right? What we got? Other than maybe a couple of grains of rice, it's perfect. Take it off. Well, let's cut it. Usually the ends we keep to ourselves because it's not really compact. And we'll eat that later. But here we go. Cut. So we'll add to the tray. Now, many of you have seen where the outside has rice on it, and it may have fish eggs, the orange fish eggs, or sesame seed. So I'll show you how to do that. So it may be a little frustrating, but I don't want you to be discouraged. It's easy to be discouraged, but I want you to say that, hey, practice makes perfect. Let me tell you something. Okay. So in order to do this, let's think about this surface will now be the outside surface, okay? So we'll get our hands wet. And the wetness prevents sticking of the rice. All right, so let's prepare this. So basically, you don't want to press it in. You just want to lay as much as you can, but try to cover, as much area as you can. It doesn't have to be exact. As you do this, you'll get better at it, like everything else. I personally like to find fish eggs, but there's nothing really here available to get it. Okay, so knowing that it's going to be the outside, we should do a little bit more better in terms of covering. So we have two toppings. We have regular roasted sesame seed. So we'll sprinkle a little bit on. 1/2. Then we have a Japanese fukakaki, which is seaweed, sesame seeds all together. It's more seasoned. Okay? Now, we don't want the rice to stick to the bamboo screen. So what we're going to do is get a piece of saran wrap. Okay? And then we'll slowly pull off to the side, and we'll lay the saran wrap on top here. Then we'll flip the this. Now we'll add our ingredients. So we'll add a little bit of cucumber, a little bit of pickled radish, a crab stick, maybe we'll put 2. Then we'll add the shrimp. Okay, so how do we fold this? Same way of folding it, but now you're going to try to fold it over the filling, squeeze it tight, and then fold it over again, squeeze it tight. The key here is squeezing it tight. Don't worry that the saran wrap is still on. Just make sure you're squeezing it tight. Now we'll take the saran wrap off. Okay. Now we'll cut it. So we see the end may not be beautiful, right? So we'll just cut this off. Now we'll start cutting. The more impacted the filling is, the easier it is to cut. If it's wobbly inside, you're going to lose everything. So it's very, very important that that pressure with the bamboo screen to squeeze all that filling together is very, very important. Here, you have the covered Maki roll. And there is how you make the California Maki roll. Now, obviously, with every session of my class, I always have to taste my end product. So what we use is, I use a thin soy sauce. It could be any soy sauce. If you have kikkoman, that's even great. This is wasabi, but it's not really true wasabi. True wasabi costs a lot of money. This is horseradish with coloring. A squirt. Now I bet you many of you thought that you get your chopsticks and you pick up the maki roll, but really, traditionally, you just use your fingers and dip it. So here we go. We'll take the end pieces and we'll dip it. Very good. Very good. What I can say about the California Maki roll, you have to practice a little bit. But you know what? Practice always makes perfect. So give it a shot. Don't be discouraged. The compressing of the filling is the key. Keep on moving forward. If you do the opposite with the rice on the outside, don't worry about the saran wrap. But add as much filling that you like. I only gave you the California filling, the imitation crab meat, the cucumber. I didn't have the avocado. And basically the pickled radish. All right? So enjoy. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to me. It's very important that you subscribe to me. And give me a thumbs up if you'd like to see other recipes coming up. I like to do a crab cake, a lump crab cake, with a nice Thai Penang curry poured over it. It's really delicious. You'll enjoy it. You'll look at crab cake in a different way. All right? So thank you again. Go to my website, www.chefwucan.com, and enjoy. Drive safely. And Chef Wucan, you can too. Thank you.